Have you ever walked into a room and felt the air shift? It is not a sound, nor is it a smell, but a sudden, heavy pressure that demands your attention. You look up, and there they are. A person who holds the gaze of everyone present without saying a single word. Before we dive into the secrets of semen retention power, make sure you subscribe now and join our Telegram family. The link's in the description. Don't miss the exclusive insights and daily motivation that will keep your energy, focus, and discipline unstoppable. Your success journey starts today. This is not about beauty. It is not about the clothes they wear or the money they display. It is something far more primal, something that claws at the back of your mind and forces you to acknowledge their existence. We call it charisma, but that word is too small, too safe for the reality of what this force truly is. Imagine an invisible current of electricity that flows through the nervous system of select individuals. It is an abstract quality, one that logic struggles to define and reason fails to contain. It is a visceral sense of magnetic attraction that pulls you in, whether you want to go or not. For centuries, we have watched leaders, tyrants, and saints wield this power. They stand on podiums and battlefields, emanating a terrifyingly strong energy that exerts influence over millions. They captivate the world in a way that exceeds physical appearance, harnessing a mysterious fuel to bend reality to their will. But what if I told you that this fuel is not magic? What if I told you that the source of this hypnotic influence is running through your veins right now, waiting to be unlocked? The energy these titans carried is the very essence of life itself. It is sex energy, the raw, unfiltered drive of creation. History's most influential figures were not just lucky. They were possessed by a strong sexual nature that they learned to master rather than squander. They understood a secret that modern society has desperately tried to make you forget. Research has quietly whispered this truth for decades. Studies analyzing the psychological profiles of highly charismatic individuals concluded a startling fact. They experience significantly higher levels of sexual desire than the average person, but they do not simply indulge it. There is a saying passed down through the ages by the great architects of history. Sex energy is the creative energy of all genius. There has never been a great leader, a monument builder, or a visionary artist who lacked this driving force. The tragedy of the modern man is that he expels this fuel. He leaks his potential into tissues and pixels, leaving him drained, invisible, and weak. But the geniuses of the past, they conserved it. They held it within, letting the pressure build until it turned into diamonds. Why is it that some men walk with the fire of 1,000 suns in their eyes, while others fade into the gray background of existence? It begins in the blood. It begins with the master hormone that dictates the destiny of every man. Sexual desire is inextricably linked to testosterone. For years, the scientific community has remained silent on the long-term effects of abstinence, leaving us in the dark. But where the institutions fail, the underground community speaks. Men from all corners of the globe have begun to conduct their own experiments, turning their bodies into laboratories. They have shared blood test results before and after embarking on the journey of long-term retention. And the data is nothing short of revolutionary. The results indicate significantly higher levels of testosterone coursing through the bloodstream after long streaks of conservation. The difference is stark, far exceeding the baseline levels recorded prior to the practice. It appears that the act of retaining one's seed does not just preserve energy. It fundamentally alters your chemical makeup. Testosterone is the biological marker of dominance, the chemical signal of mating success, and the fuel of desire. When you elevate this hormone, you elevate your standing in the hierarchy of nature. Increased sexual desire, fueled by high testosterone, has been directly correlated to increased charisma. It is a marker of genetic quality that signals to every living being around you that you are a prime specimen, a force of life that cannot be ignored. Consider the cold, hard logic of biology observed in the laboratory. Scientists have studied mice placed on restrictive diets, observing their hormonal fluctuations. The results were devastating. These deprived creatures experienced lower levels of testosterone and, crucially, suffered a complete loss of attraction from the opposite sex. They became invisible, they became genetically irrelevant. While this is animal data, it echoes a terrifying truth about our own existence. It stands to reason that if depletion leads to invisibility, then retention leads to radiance. By conserving your essence, you are hacking your biology to enhance your charisma via the potent increase of testosterone attributed to long streaks. While the mainstream waits for concrete evidence, the awakened man does not need a peer-reviewed paper to know that fire burns. We can reasonably assume, supported by thousands of personal testimonies, that there is an unbreakable iron link between sexual abstinence and a supernatural increase in charisma. In the silence of your own experience, you will notice the shift. Every time you refuse to release, every time you choose to hold the line, the energy accumulates. It transforms from a physical urge into a spiritual weight. When this energy is not expelled outward, it has no choice but to go upward. It ascends the spine, moving from the lower centers of survival to the higher centers of expression and power. This is where the magnetism is born. As the life force rises, it creates a magnetic field around your physical vessel. You become more sexually attractive to others, not because you changed your haircut, but because you are vibrating at a frequency that the subconscious mind craves. You must be aware of this power, for it is not subtle. You will attract people unknowingly. The attraction will not merely be physical, it will be etheric. It penetrates the soul of the observer. On the path of retention, people will begin to feel your presence before you even enter their line of sight. It is a heaviness, a gravity that pulls eyes toward you. Strangers will approach you. The barriers of social anxiety that usually separate humans seem to dissolve in your presence. You become a beacon in a world of dim lights. Even the animal kingdom, driven purely by instinct, detects this shift. Animals will approach you with a calmness and curiosity that defies explanation. They sense the lack of predation and the abundance of life. Babies, the most innocent and intuitive observers of energy, will stare at you. They will smile. This energetic magnetism occurs beyond the scope of reason or rationality. It is the language of nature, spoken without words. Your interactions with the world will change fundamental texture. Barring the envy of rivals, your days will become filled with positive reception. You will be approached for assistance, for advice, or even just for directions, as if you hold the map to life itself. This happens because people possess an unconscious desire to connect with source energy. By merit of your sexual conservation, you have become a walking reservoir of that source. They want to be near the fire, to warm themselves. You will begin to attract higher vibrational beings and situations into your life. The chaos and the drama that once plagued you will fall away, unable to sustain itself in your new atmosphere. Something about you becomes undeniably magnetic. They see it in the tension of your jaw, in the clarity of your skin, and most importantly, in the depth of your eyes. Your voice changes. It resonates from the chest, carrying a timbre that commands obedience without raising volume. Without you even realizing it, your words begin to carry more weight. Rivals will find you incredibly difficult to deal with. Your opinions will naturally exert a stronger influence on those around you. Crushing opposition, not through force, but through sheer energetic density. We must remember that this physical realm is controlled by the living and the life force. Those who possess more of this power exert more control over the illusion. Those with less of this force are destined to be followers, drifting in the wake of stronger men. But those who can carry this practice over long terms will gradually emerge as supremely powerful forces to be reckoned with. You will enter the ranks of the sages, the artists, and the commanders who have shaped the very fabric of our reality. You'll join the lineage of the greats who refuse to spill their power. With such an amassed reservoir of potency, one gains the ability to manifest. The barrier between thought and reality thins. What you intend begins to happen. Humans respect energy above all else. We are hardwired to bow to it, to follow it, and to admire it. Abundant sex energy manifests itself in all that is beautiful in this world. It is the driving force behind the song of the bird and the vibrant feathers of the peacock. It is the beauty of the artist's masterpiece and the structure of the architect's skyscraper. They are all manifestations of this singular, holy life force energy, this sex energy. Conserve this sacred energy, and your life force increases. You stop dying and start truly living. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. The very essence of your existence will strengthen until you are no longer just a man, but a phenomenon. Your power becomes undeniable to all. You become the storm. You become the magnet. And it all starts with the decision to retain.